the interest for agriculture is getting higher day in, day out. Very good to invest into agriculture. Well, so those of you who are out there looking forward to investing into agriculture, it is nice. It's a nice venture for you to invest into agriculture. But then let me tell you something real quick today. Do you know that there are certain things that people don't share with you? They always come on this platform to talk about the juicy aspects of agriculture, and that's triggered some of you to always think of investing into agriculture, right? Well, you jump from one YouTube to the other and you hear people saying, "Look, I've been able to gain 50,000 from planting habanero pepper. I've been able to gain so and so amount of planting potatoes or onions," and they've been able to talk about tomatoes again, huge. So like, they talk about the juicy aspects of agriculture. So and this actually moves some of you, and those of you out there always looking forward to one day owning a huge farm, especially our brothers and sisters in the diaspora. Then you start thinking, "Oh, I've got some money somewhere, let me go withdraw this money and just push it into agriculture." Hold on, let me share this with you first of all before you should be able, or you should go forward doing that. This video is meant specifically for first-time farmers. So if you're a first-time farmer, kindly pay rap attention to whatever we are going to talk about here today on this channel. But then if it is your first time of visiting our channel, kindly subscribe to the channel and also turn on the post notification bell, that whenever we upload new videos, you'll be the first person to get an alert on your mobile device. And for the returning viewers too, thank you so much for coming all the time to watch our YouTube videos and also leaving a comment in the comment section. I always say, when you come, kindly make your presence known by dropping a comment in the comment section, or by liking the video and also sharing with somebody if you find this video very interesting. Of course, it's very interesting, so just do us a favor by sharing and liking the video. Well, let me share these 30 things with you before I'll be sharing the main purpose of which we are here today with you. Well, if you want to invest into agriculture as a first-time farmer, first of all, you must be physically strong. Secondly, you must be emotionally strong, and thirdly, you must also be financially stable before you can be able to invest into agriculture. Well, the emotional aspect, you all know what I'm talking about. Well, agri can mess you up sometimes, and if care is not taken, you can cry like a newborn baby. So you have to be emotionally strong, and you must be prepared for all the consequences that is going to come your way when you start investing into agriculture. But then we are going to discuss 5 things here today that you should be able to know before you start investing into agriculture. At the end of this video, I'm going to be sharing with you details of farmlands that have been sold in the Volta region of Ghana, especially within whole municipalities. So those of you interested in acquiring farmlands or in other farmlands to rent for your agriculture activities or agriculture purposes, I'll be sharing details with you at the end of this video. So please don't scroll, do not skip this video. Kindly watch till the end and you get the information that you need concerning farmlands in the Volta region of Ghana, or whole municipal to be precise. So just do us a favor and stay with the channel till the end of this video. Alright, so as a first-time farmer, it is generally advised not to invest hugely in agriculture for several reasons, and some of these reasons are: 1, uncertainty and risk. So farming comes with many uncertainties such as weather conditions, pests, diseases, and market fluctuation. Investing too much can lead to significant financial losses if things don't go as planned. So that is the first point you must be able to take notice of, because it comes with so many uncertainties of life. Well, you heard people talk about they've been able to plant habanero pepper, they've been able to plant pakboshito, and they've been able to get huge sums of money from that. Well, they don't tell you, or you don't know the medium through which they actually did these things. And you, as a first time, it's so advisable to start going to invest huge sums of money in digging boreholes, which is going to cost you like 20,000 plus of Ghana cedis. That amount of money can actually be used in planting a lot of crops, or can actually be used in cultivating several crops, which can help you in the long run or in the short term run respectively. And the second point is lack of experience. As a first time farmer, you actually don't have much experience into agriculture. You don't have knowledge about most of the agriculture practices, so it's not advisable to go investing huge sums of money into agriculture. So without prior experience, it's challenging to accurately assess the feasibility and profitability of a farming venture. So large investments can exacerbate the impact of mistakes. So if you are doing large investment, be sure for the consequences that is going to come along its ways. And the third point that I'm sharing with you is the learning curve. So farming involves a steep learning curve. So starting small allows you to gain experience experience, understand the nuances, and refine your techniques without risking a large amount of capital. So if you start small, it's going to help you to know about all the risks that is involved, and you to also be able to gain more experience to be able to avoid certain mistakes in the subsequent years to come. Well, let me share this with you real quick before we move on to the fourth point. Well, when I started farming, I actually started with cassava, right? And because I don't know much about this kind of farming, I'd end up going through several mistakes, and the way I was supposed to have a bumper harvest, I failed along the line. I think the second year things couldn't go well as planned, but then as time goes on, I've been able to master up the craft, and now I can be able to give you advice concerning most of these things and what to do and what not to do, how to cut down costs. But then as a first time, I end up spending huge sums of money on certain things. If I were to have experience, I can actually cut down costs on those things. But then because I don't have the experience as at that time, I've been able to waste some monies which need not to be wasted on those particular activities. Well, I was just trying to get things done, but then because I don't have experience, it went that way. So that's just by the way. So now the fourth point is the scalability. So it's often better to start small and scale up as you gain experience and confidence. So this approach helps you to understand what works and what doesn't before making large investments. So if you are able to start small, you can be able to gain experience and confidence, and it will able to help you to know what works perfectly and what doesn't work perfectly before you can be able to start investing hugely into agriculture. So the last point is the financial management. This is cut across all angles of business in life. So managing large investments require careful financial planning and management. So as a first-time farmer, it is crucial to develop these skills gradually. So this is a skill you must be developing gradually. So you must learn these things step by step to be able to master the craft before you can be able to deal with all these agriculture activities. So do not be deceived. Do not let YouTube videos that you watch out there deceive you, or do not be deceived or think about the amount of money people actually talked about gaining from one particular crop that they planted, or gaining from the harvest they actually made. Don't be deceived, but then just take notice of all these 5 key points and start small. When you start small, you will learn and you gradually start scaling up, and it can also be able to help you to mitigate risk and increase the chances of success in farming. So these are some of the things that nobody is going to share with you out there, and so it is very appropriate to come your way to share these things with you on our platform. Once again, if it's your first time, subscribe to the channel and drop your comments in the comment section. Any question that you have concerning whatever we discuss here all the time, you are free to chat with us, have a conversation with us via WhatsApp. You can pick our number you seen on the screen, or you can also pick the number from the description column and get interactive with us on WhatsApp. Well, those of you who are interested in farm, like I stated from the onset of the video, I've got good news from all of you out there who are interested in acquiring farmlands to kickstart with your agriculture activities. Well, there are farmlands in the Volta region of Ghana, specifically Ho municipality to be precise, that are going out for sale and for lease respectively. So you can get virgin lands goes for 10,000 Ghana cedis per acre, and the other ones which has actually been bulldozed also goes for 12,000 Ghana cedis respectively. Well, you want to know the difference between these two lands, right? Well, the virgin land, you know what a virgin land is. These are lands that has never been cultivated before. So when you buy this land, what you are going to do is you are going to do all the land preparations that you can think of. That is, they are hiring the services of chainsaw operators to come and cut down all the trees on the land for you. If you want to uproot it, you have to go and hire the services of bulldozer to come and uproot all these trees on the land for you, to make the field very clear depending on the kind of crop you actually want to grow. But then with the one that they've actually used bulldozer to clear already, all you need is a tractor to go start plowing your land. There is no much farm or land preparation we are actually going to do, but that's going for 12,000 Ghana cedis, because they actually used a bulldozer to clear the whole field for you, so that when you come, you don't spend huge sums of money clearing the land again. If you want to get a service of bulldozer, they charge a day, that's 8 hours, so that can cost you hugely if you want to use that. So you will have to think between the two, and there are some also going out for rental purposes and leasing. So if you are interested in any of these lands I'm talking about, all you have to do is just pick the number you seen on the screen and chat us privately, and we'll have a discussion. If you want to, you can actually come and visit the place and see things for yourself, especially those of you in the diaspora. You can can also send somebody. If there's somebody around that you can't send, you can actually send somebody to come and see things for yourself. It would be nicer to come to the field to see things for yourself before you can be able to decide whether to buy it or not. Mind you, there are a lot of individuals out there farming already, that some bought the land, some also rented it, that they are into, broilers, some are into vegetable farming, some have been able to drill a borehole, and they actually are doing lots of activities. They're doing, like, they plant several types of crops there. So you can also be the next farm owner within this catchment or within this locality I'm talking about, right? Just take the number and have conversations with us, and also make your presence known in the comment section by dropping a comment and liking the video. By so doing, we can also be able to get more people to come and watch our videos all the time. So thank you for coming all the time, the returning viewers, to watch our videos. I'm so grateful to you all the time for coming here all the time. The name remains Christopher Ebenezer. If you say a prayer, kindly say one for me too, and I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in another episode.
Please subscribe to the channel and hit on the post notification bell for more updates.